A kind deed. In a small town lived Aunt Mary, a woman with a kind heart and golden hands. She always baked the most delicious bread and pies, and the neighbors knew if someone was in need, Aunt Mary would never leave them without help. One winter, she noticed that her neighbor, old Mrs. Agnes, had no light in her window and no smoke coming from the chimney. Could she have run out of firewood? Aunt Mary wondered and quickly wrapped herself in a warm shawl. She walked over and knocked on the door, but no one answered. Peeking through the window, she saw Mrs. Agnes wrapped in an old blanket, shivering. Without hesitation, Aunt Mary rushed back home, grabbed a basket of food, some firewood, and returned. Mrs. Agnes, open up. It's me, Mary. The door creaked open, and the elderly woman appeared in the doorway. Oh dear, I didn't want to trouble anyone. She sighed, but Aunt Mary just smiled. Nonsense. That's what neighbors are for, to help each other. She quickly lit the fireplace, put on the kettle, and set the table. The house filled with warmth, and Mrs. Agnes's heart filled with light. From that day on, Aunt Mary visited her every day, and when spring came, they planted flowers together in the yard. Because a kind deed always comes back with kindness.